All right. Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, and Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and well. Peace and salutations to the whole full elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. And I'm going to title this lesson, People of the World, or Christians of the World, or people, period, don't understand, or they don't understand the mind of who they call God, which is Yahweh. All right, people don't understand the mind, that God has. Growing up in a Christian church, they taught us that God is all love, and that He loves all people. He said He's an all-loving God. He is a loving power, but who is that love towards, and who's that love for? They don't read certain scriptures in a Christian church, like Isaiah, which we'll read them. Because this is the Lord that flooded the earth. That's not an act of love. If He's all love, He wouldn't do something like that. If the Lord is all love, He wouldn't put His people into slavery. You see? So, people really, truly don't understand the mind that the Lord has. They don't sometimes we don't, because it says in Isaiah, let's get that. Isaiah 55, right? It says, Isaiah 55 and 7, I start at 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord," His name is Yahweh, all right, "while He may be found, call ye upon Him while He is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him." So the Lord is merciful, all right, and He will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for He will abundantly pardon, right? Verse 8. Give me 1 second. People out here listening. Verse 8, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So the Lord's ways are way higher than ours. But people on the earth, they we do also, but people on earth, they grieve death because they don't understand it. We grieve death as well, but we understand that the people that die, pass on, they're all right. They're not burning in hell. They're not, being tortured by the forever burning lake of fire. No. When our loved ones die, when people know that we die and we love dearly, we know, those of us who are in the truth, we know that they're the true doctrine, I should say that. We know that their spirit is in the heavens. They're good. They're in a better position than we are, right? I read this in Job, right? That's just one of the ways that people don't understand the mind of the Lord, or don't know the ways of the Lord. This is Job 3, and I'm gonna go straight to the point. Job 3. I'll just go straight 11. It says, "Why died I not from the womb?" This is Job. Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Job is saying, why didn't I, when I came out, why didn't I, die? When babies are born and they're dead, they're called stillborns, I believe. It said, "Why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept, then had I been at rest." You see, so he just saying he'd have been at rest. He'd been better off back in the spirit world than here on the earth. You see, because here on the earth is hell. We're going through it now. We have bodily sickness. People get cancer, diabetes. People are paralyzed. People get different diseases and different things happen to us. But people when those who are, who our loved ones who live on this earth and they pass away, we should be rejoicing, really, because they're in a better place than we are. And the heavens is complete. It's total order. It's peaceful, as it says in the scriptures, like we read it now. Verse 14, "With kings and counselors of the earth, which build desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as in hidden untimely birth I have not been, as infants which never sought the light. There the wicked cease from trouble, and there the weary be at rest." So people are at rest. Let's read this in the NLT. Right? I'll go straight to the point this time. Verse 16. Why wasn't I buried like a stillborn child, like a baby who never lives to see the light? For in death the wicked cause no trouble, and the weary are at rest. You see that? So the people are at rest. Our loved ones are at rest. You know, they're not suffering. They're not going through torments. None of that. You know, your mother who passed away, your father, your uncle, the cousin you love dearly, or your friends. They're in a better place now, and they're in order. You know? Let's read Isaiah 45:7. Right? It says, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh, right, do all these things, you see? So the Lord does all these things. He makes peace and he creates evil. You see the evil that's in the world, you know? You see the things that's going on around it. The Lord controls everything. He controls your life. You don't have free will, you know? The Lord controls everything that goes on in our lives. The Lord controls deaths that happen in this world. See, people think that when a innocent person gets killed, or even little children, when they die, they think that's an act of the devil, which, you know, in a way it is, because the Lord controls the devil. That's a whole different subject. You know, people don't even understand that. People don't really understand what God is. Let's read this. I believe it's Exodus 15. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name. The Yahweh is a man of war, man. Okay? He's not this soft, cuddly. All right, the Lord's his feelings are way different than ours. You know, he don't cry over infants being killed. He don't cry over little girls and little boys getting shot in the street, innocent bystanders getting hurt. He don't get messed up over that like people in the world do. You know? Because he orchestrates these things. He let these things play out, and people, they get mad and they say, or they try to curse God, because they don't truly understand why these things happen. You know, they don't understand that those people who got hurt or got killed in a shootout, or got hurt in a car crash or something, you know, they probably done something to the Lord in their past lives, or they probably did something to the prophets or the men of the Lord in their past lives. But people don't know reincarnation is real. These are the things that the Lord has allowed us to understand. This is why this is a great gift, a great gift, and we must, even myself, you know, appreciate this, man, because we could have been like one of these people, our people especially, so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans. We could have been like them in the world, you know. So Isaiah 45:7, let's read it again. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. The Lord does all these things, man. He controls everything. Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. The Lord does all these things, man. This is what the Lord does. The Lord controls everything. Yes, he has death angels and angels that carry these things out. But who gives the order? Who puts this thing out there? The Lord does. You see? Satan isn't working on his own. He doesn't have his own free will. He's under the power of the Lord, because the Lord created him. Why would the Lord why would he create something more powerful than himself that can have their own free will? No, that's not how that works, man. Like I said, in the heavens is complete order, everything is in total control. The Lord has everything, you know, even under Yahweh Shai, everything is under control, man. You see, Yahweh Shai is over Satan. Satan has to follow what Yahweh Shai says, because Yahweh Shai is a second in command in the universe. That's a powerful. Bro. People don't understand, man. What's really what the mind of the Lord. They don't understand what's really going on. Like I said, this is the power that flooded the earth, you know, and this is the power that's about to bring fire to this world, man, to the society. You know, people don't understand what's really going on out here. Let's cross-reference this, right? Right. 1 Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord killeth and maketh alive, man. The Lord controls everything. Okay. It's another one. Oh, let's get Daniel This Daniel, is it 4? Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, who's the Most High? Who's the Most High? Yahweh. He's the Most High God. The Most High ruleth. He rules in the kingdom of men. He giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. So the Lord controls. That's why the different empires fell. If Egypt was so strong, or Babylon was so strong, wouldn't they still been around? The Lord brought them down. Egypt, Babylon, Medo-Persia, okay? The Grecians, Rome, the old Rome. Now we're in the new Rome. Even now, the Lord's about to take down this empire. The Lord does all these things, man. You see? The Lord controls everything. The Lord, like we read in Isaiah 45, he kills and he makes alive, man. Like I said, people don't understand the mind of God. They don't understand that. You know, the Lord controls everything. They think it's Satan doing these things. Satan is on his own will. Let's read this real quick. Let's go back to Job. This is Job 2. I'm going to go straight to the point because I don't want to. Job 2:4. And Satan answered the Lord, Yahweh, and said, skin for skin, yeah, and all that a man hath he will give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with the sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. You see? So the Lord even told Satan, hey, you can go ahead and test Job if you want to. Go ahead and do what you want, but don't kill him. And what did Satan do? He brought plagues upon him, but he didn't kill him like the Lord told him not to. So the Lord controls everything, man. The people of the world, even Christians, people period, don't understand the mind of the Lord, but we do. You know, and the water Yahweh Shemel Shah for that. But I just want to go into that real quick, you know, to shed some, you know, bring some light out. You know, Lord willing was edifying. We're going to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to the four elect. Lord's will was edified. To the video I'm going to say, Shalom.